Hello, 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 my messenger friends. So yesterday I met with a friend, and she's one of those friends that we can talk about anything. We call each other on our stuff. We hold a mirror to each other consciously. And I just love her so much. You know who you are if you see this. Anyway, so we were talking about stuff that this resistance that I was noticing. It's the next edge for me. So I want to talk about that and take away its power and just take the first step to unraveling this. I don't know really why it's here, but it is. So, and it sabotages me, and I don't want to sabotage anymore. At least we're gonna address this one first. So as we were talking, I realized I have such a fear. I get so shy around sharing my candles. And as I was sitting with this last night, I recognized this is actually a pattern for me. For anything that I put my energy towards, my heart and soul into, anything that I create, whether it's some service, like when I was actively trying to build my coaching practice, my therapy practice, making my candles or presenting my candles. It's interesting because all of those I would come up against a wall. So I would make all of these wonderful programs or make a thing, candles, and then I would put so much time, focus, and energy into the process of putting it together and making it perfect in my eyes, that when it came time to share my offer, share my candles, I was so scared. And I had so much resistance around it. And there is a part of myself that is so shy about it, is so tender, and just wants to curl up in a ball and hide. And I don't understand that, because I am very proud of what I put out there. Right now, what I have been what I've been creating over the last, I say year and a half, is creating my intention candles. And, I've done everything behind the scenes. I know that my old story was that I didn't want people to see the messiness, the me trying to figure things out, the mess ups, or, the failures, or the accidents, or oopsies, or, oh God, that didn't go as planned. Which I don't understand why, because I enjoy watching people go through their process, but for some reason I was not giving myself permission to be human, I guess. But the part of me that, I'm very proud about what I create, because I know how much integrity that I have when I'm putting my stuff together, my products or my services. And I know the quality, I know the intention, and how much I put into it. And so, sorry, you're hearing Cabo in the background, doing who knows what. um, so yeah, because, you know, for example, like with my intention candles, I started infusing the specific intention oils that I created for my intention candles. So let me explain this. So when I create, this is an example of an intention candle I made. When I make an intention candle, I use an oil that I have blessed, and it has botanicals, flowers, herbs with specific intentions. So every herb, every flower, every root, every powder has an intention, and that intention is like an energetic frequency. And so I did a lot of research to find what intuitively I felt was the most powerful ingredients to put in these oils. And I've been infusing these oils for at least 2 years. At least 2 years. Possibly 3. And so that makes for a very potent, energetic oil. And so with these oils, I then, when I create my candle, I use that oil as the intention oil. When I melt down the wax, I use soy wax, which is very clean burning. And then I put in the intention oil in the process of creating that intention candle. Now, every candle has a different intention. So for this one is Fierce Spirit. Thank God I had Fierce Spirit with me. Because I'm traveling around so much, I just kind of have like a traveling altar with me. And so, this is giving me some wonderful support today. Anyway, so each candle has its own intention. So it's a layering process. So there's the oils that I've infused that I put into the wax itself. And then I also blend essential oils and some fragrance oils that also have the intention and the frequency to support that intention. And then on top, after the candle, as it solidifies, I then dress it with more herbs and botanicals. So for example, like rose is really good for love, has a really high frequency of love. And so I put that on there. And then I also put crystals. So every candle, intention candle, has very specific energetic properties. So when you want to attract in a partner, or you want to improve in your current relationship, the love spell candle is designed to do that, and it support your intention in doing so. And then I have Courageous Heart, which is really good for courage and self-love. And I have another one, Speak Your Truth, which would be great for me right now, to help communicate what is true for you. And then I, of course, have a money one, Money Magnet, to help attract more money and new beginnings, to get a fresh start. So I have these very specific intentions infused and created inside of each candle, and they're all hand poured. And so when I am creating these candles, I am channeling through this and bringing through a lot of energy. And I really do love every single candle that I've made, because, like, for example, the scents that I choose. the essential oils. I've done a lot of research on that as well. And so I've just finished the process of finalizing my batch oils for the essential oils and for the scent portion of the candles. And so I've done that over time. So I keep tweaking it and improving it. And yeah, so I love these candles. And I love this feeling as I'm talking about it, because I feel like I have dropped in and I've gotten more comfortable just talking about it. So I'm not sure why I make it such a thing. And I think there's something about selling, the energy of selling. Because, when I think about all the different things that I have created, when it comes time to the selling portion, I think for some reason, being that I am an empath, I had taken, or I think I tried taking on the responsibility of the effectiveness of, say, the coaching or the working of the candle, which is really not mine to take on. And so I think I have put so much pressure on myself for this thing to just like solve all your problems, when in fact that is not realistic. I know, like I said, with integrity, everything that has gone into these candles. And I know the potency, and I know that people have used them, have had amazing results. Because when you're working with fire transmutes energy. It's very fast, so it adds heat, that fire, and it creates this energy of action. So moving forward. And so that's why I love working with the fire element so much. Not to mention that I'm an Aries, so of course I love fire, but yeah, and then with these candles, if you do not infuse, like say you were to get a candle, if you are not to infuse it with your own intention, and you're not focused, and you're not putting your energy of, what is it that you want? What is the outcome you want? What is that feeling? If you don't put that in there, then it won't work. And so, yeah, I'm just kind of like as I always do on these videos, kind of processing through this as I'm speaking. So, I would love to know if I know a lot of us messengers are entrepreneurs. I would love to know, like, if anyone else has had this, kind of like this challenge, kind of putting your gifts out there and being afraid of the selling part, or I'm not exactly, I'm still trying to kind of pinpoint, because I actually love sales. And when I'm in person with someone, and say I've done a bazaar or a open house where we set up like a pop-up shop, and I absolutely love selling my candles or selling my mom's products. She has a whole natural soap and body product line, and I love sales, and I'm really good at sales. I can upsell and cross-sell and all of that, but I don't know. I guess I'm just working through this little hiccup that I have given way too much power to. So, yeah, this journey continues. But I tell you, just having the courage to get on here and speak about this stuff does take the power away. So, yeah. All right, much love to you, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. All right, bye. Thanks for listening.